Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this room, I would like to present my paper, Why Implementation of Public Space is Not Always Deliberative Democracy, Learning from Kabupaten Guyub Santoso Public Space. Why I choose this research? Because I have found two research gap. Research gap 1, because this research was taken because many recent research deliberative democracy were never conducted. Why implementation of public space is not always deliberative democracy. Many previous researchers just discussed the deliberative democracy between many kinds of stakeholders and stakeholders that has a different research focused discussion. And research gap 2, never been any research of Kabupaten Guyub Santoso research never conducted. Why implementation of public space is not always deliberative democracy. The describe is Kabupaten Guyub Santoso research just discuss strategy, policy, empowerment, partnership, supply chain management, and information technology. And why I choose deliberative democracy? Because I have found the importance of evaluation using public space of deliberative democracy system is used to determine whether every element of deliberative democracy system is deliberative democracy. We know that a public space is one of the elements of deliberative democracy system. When public space is not deliberative democracy is not, this make worse in recipient, and this same phenomenon in public space of Kabupaten Guyub Santoso. They gave positive impact and negative impact, or less positive. In less positive, in less positive, farmer almost in Blitar is not given positive impact. Based on that, I choose this research, and I interested to study about why implementation of public space is not always deliberative democracy. I use literature review, Trizek. In Trizek, translate public space is forum, meeting, free meeting to choose who follow the forum, not based on the number, but on the type of community that follow the forum. They conduct deliberation forum in place, whether in cafe, bar, class, or internet forum, media, social movement, public hearing, citizen forum, and what they talk to. And I have found that public space in Kabupaten Guyub Santoso has two types. One type, public space between the core administrator. The type of 2, public space between some of the core administrator and farmer in Blitar. In two types, they have different about deliberative democracy value. In point 1, we know that in public space 1, they just have one type participant. In public space 2, they have two type participant, and they feel the theory about deliberative democracy system. In point 2, they have different. In public space between the core administration, as in that public space, information is high or widely, and this information support social learning process in that forum, but in type of 2 never has information and never has social learning. In point 3, public space type 1 has same position for voting, bargaining, and debate, but in the type of 2 never has same position for voting, bargaining, and debate in this space, and they just use top down. Recipient just listener, not participant. In point 4, public space type 1 can resolve social problem or issue, but in type 2 never has resolved social problem or issue. Farmer just receive what core administrator give. In point 5, in type 1, formal public space that has collective decision. In this type, public space has collective decision that can impact the Gabotan, the future of Gabotan. But in the type of 2, informal public space that does not has collective decision. The conclusion is, in type 1, high deliberative democracy value, but in type 2, low deliberative democracy value. This is why public space in Kabupaten Guyub Santoso is not always deliberative democracy, because in type 2 is not deliberative democracy, in type 1 is deliberative democracy, but two of them is in Kabupaten, and they have just never same position. Thank you.